What can private coaching look like if you're in middle school or high school? This is a tricky thing, and to be honest, this has changed a lot over the last 5 to 6 years. What's up, guys? Coach Clark here, TeamRunRun CPC. I think it would shock a lot of people how many high school distance runners have private coaches. It just is becoming a more normalized thing. Kids have access to more information now. Sometimes a more individualized approach is going to be much better for you. So the question is, how can this work, right? You're on a high school team. You don't want to make your high school coach mad. You're not sure how they're going to respond to you wanting to work with a private coach. When I started my company, the most important thing to me was that we do what's best for the kid. Being secluded from your team, not good for you. It's not what we want. Being in a contentious relationship with your high school coach, not good for you. That's not what we want. Lying to your high school coach, sneaking out of practices, being dishonest, that's not good. We don't want that. That's not the kind of human beings we're trying to raise. So my whole thing from the jump has been, I am a coach that will work with your high school coach, your high school framework, whatever it is. So in a perfect world, my favorite way this works is I write you training within your high school team framework. This is like the best scenario. I have a relationship with your high school coach. There's an open line of communication. When I write your training in the app that I keep all the training in, I literally open up your team's training so that I know that these days are going to be easy runs. So that you're also doing easy runs on the same days as your teammates. Maybe you have some extra stuff on those days. Maybe you're going to do some fly sprints, some plyometrics, some things that your team's not doing. But you're still going to be with your friends and within your framework of your team. On the hard days, you're going to do your hard day workout most of the time when your teammates are doing. Now, maybe the team workout makes sense for you and we just tweak it or tune it, or I just help you with pacing. Maybe I have you add some stuff onto it. That's a great situation. Sometimes I will ask your high school coach for a different workout. And so in a perfect world, the way this looks is I reach out to the high school coach and say, hey, I noticed you had this down on the paper. I would really like this athlete to get some speed endurance in today. What would you think about letting them do 100, rest 10 minutes at 95% of their 400 meter PR? That's where the collaboration comes in. A lot of the athletes that I coach this way, and I have good relationships with their high school coaches, are murdering it, just killing it right now. So that's, in a perfect world, it's in pure collaboration with your high school coach. The second best way, to be honest, is you can do all my training. I have some athletes who are in some situations where the high school team just is very small, or they don't have a coach very often, or whatever. Their situation is that the high school coach doesn't really care, and the team's more of a social event, it's more of a club. They can do whatever I need to have them do. I wish they were in situation one, so it was more social, and they had more structure, and they had another adult or two in their life having their back and helping them with training. But sometimes that's just not how it works. So some athletes just do all my training. Some athletes are allowed to just do my training 100%. And to be honest, I've coached a few state champs over the years. Some of them fall into this boat. They were just in a situation, very driven kids. And so there were no restrictions on training, and we rock and rolled, and they killed it. Now, the worst case scenario, this does exist. I don't like it when it happens, but it happens, is 3, we have to work outside of the high school team. Okay, the coach went ballistic. The coach is not open to you having a private coach. The coach's ego will not let go of anything, and they won't be open to giving you any flexibility. I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't happen to you, but that does happen. We still don't hide stuff. Might not advertise it, but we're going to have to train outside your high school framework. So I do have kids that do an extra run in the morning before school. Might even do an extra workout in the morning before school. I have some kids who I write their mileage for the week. When they know what they're doing that week, they send it to me, and I tweak it and change it. So maybe these days they're doing an extra mile or two after practice. Maybe these days they're doing an extra workout outside of their high school practice. But the reality of the situation is your high school coach has total control of the time that you are with the team. Outside of that, you can do whatever you want. That your high school coach is not allowed to punish you in any way for things that you're doing outside of the team practice as it pertains to running and all that kind of thing. Every athlete I'm working with right now falls into one of these categories or somewhere in the spectrum. I want to work with your high school coach, your high school team. I want to collaborate. I even have high school teams that pay me to come in and do consulting work for them. Okay, when I write training right now, I sit down and I open like 10 or 11 team training plans. This is the way the sport's going. Hopefully, if you're thinking about working with me, we can get you in one of these 2 buckets and we stay away from the bottom. I would say, so right now I'm coaching about 36 kids, 36 athletes total. Only 2 of them are in this bottom bucket. But they're PRing. We're making it work. So there you go. I'd love to be part of your process. Peace out.